price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
Black first, my brothers and my sisters. Welcome to the Afro Elite YouTube channel. I'm your host, Afro Elite. Before we get started, celebrating, because that's what we're going to be doing this evening. We're going to be celebrating, not only are we going to be celebrating bringing a new year in, we're also going to be celebrating our 2023 accomplishment. It was a long road. It had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we are going to be celebrating that today. So it's a double celebration because we're going to be celebrating the new year and reaching our goal of making it to over, not just, but over 10,000 YouTube subscribers. Okay. That is a phenomenal feat. All right. So we're going to take this moment, bring the new year in with a lot of positivity. Let me see something. I'm trying to, because I'm actually live streaming on Instagram as well too, and they said I have to mute it. I don't know how to mute that on Instagram. I've never. That's it. Well, y'all should swing over to YouTube anyway. To be very honest with you, swing over to YouTube. Also, I'm also live on Twitter as well. So shout out to the Twitter family. Shout out to the Instagram family. So come over here on. I don't know. This is my first time. Let me see something. Okay, I think I fixed it now. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So I fixed it. So we're live for the very first time ever on all three different platforms. Now, some of the mods, I remember saying to reach out. A lot of them did. I did have to do some refreshing because we're going to be taking this channel to new heights, to a new level. All right, this channel is going to reach a brand new level. All right, shout out to every single last person in here. We have our good brother Torian in the building. We have, our good brother Key Gravity, Earth Angel, it's D Foster. I see you, Donna. I see you, Denise. I see you, sisters. I see you, Jean. I see you, Tyquin and Trap Rebel, Spiritual Rising. I see every single last one of you guys, and I appreciate every single last one of you guys for being here. Now, I want to show you something real quick, just real quick. I know a lot of people are excited. They're ready to come up. I'm ready to bring people up because I'm also going to be kind of reflecting on the year as well, too. So I got like the images and stuff like that I did on Instagram. So I got that ready. So we're going to like be recapping the year and the journey we've had. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But before I do that, I want to show you guys this, because I want you guys to really understand exactly how much we did accomplish. Let me show you this. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at this. These are our numbers, and I barely ever show my analytics, okay? Only a few people have ever seen them. But I'm doing this today because today is a very special day. Today is a day for celebration. Thank you so much to our good sister, Denise, for your super sticker, your $10 super sticker. Thank you. I want you guys to see this. We have reached 2 million impressions. All right. Make this a little bit bigger. That's 2 million impressions, over 100,000, almost 200,000 views. Okay. Our impression to click-through ratio is almost 5%, which is really good for YouTube because it's normally like 2 to 3, and the duration is about 15 minutes. Mind you, keep this in mind. This is only for the videos, and I didn't even really start doing videos that serious until like the middle of the year. I will post a couple of videos here or there, but That's only with the videos, okay? Now, we did have some shorts. We started to really do that. So the shorts we're doing really well. Is almost got 40K views just off of shorts alone. Okay, and I literally only have a handful of shorts up, and we almost have 40K just off of the views alone. Over 6K just off of the videos. Okay, all right, we got 31 subscribers off of shorts alone, which means to tell me I need to start making more shorts. That's what I'm getting off of that. That's what I'm getting off of that, just off of the shorts alone, brothers and sisters. Now let's check this out. The lives, and I want you to see. As you guys can see with the videos, August, this was around October when I really started doing the shorts. But when you go to the videos, hold on, the video section, September, October, this is around the August time, August 2nd. This is, I did really good. We had 2 video spikes in June. Was that July? July, and then in August. But y'all need to see the live streams. That's over almost 3 million, 2.8 million impressions purely off of the videos. Almost 200K purely off the videos. Okay. Almost 200K. Now the lives, check this out, y'all. This is the lives. These are what we did when it came to the lives, y'all. It is over 350,000 views purely off of lives. 4.9 million impressions with a 4.9 click rate. Listen, a 4.9 million impressions with a 4.9 click rate. And the duration, the average duration of all of the content all combined is 52. Is 52. Let me see something. I'll check this out. So I'm just circling back and I'm checking out because I'm live streaming on multiple different platforms. So people are saying congratulations on Instagram. Thank you guys very much on Instagram. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you guys go to the YouTube channel and subscribe as well too. Also to the family on Twitter, if you guys are watching on Twitter or wherever you're watching, I appreciate it. If you guys have not already, come on to YouTube so we can celebrate like that. Because when I start bringing guests up and everything like that, the only way for you to join is for you to be on YouTube. But I thank you all for being a part of this, because this was a lot of work. So getting back to what I was saying. Now, so you guys know, when we tell you that we're being shadow banned, when we tell you that our videos are being suppressed, we're not just making this up. I see our brother Torian is in the building. I'm not sure if Kid Gravity is still in here, but when we say things like this, we're not making this up. We're saying this because we regularly look through all of our algorithms. We look through what video was doing good, what did good about it, was the title good, was the thumbnail good. We're checking all of this stuff up. So when you look at the actual numbers, when I tell you I see the numbers, and the fact that it took us this long to get to 10K means that we were being sabotaged along the way. Now, when you actually check out, we all together, they don't even count it up because it takes a couple days, because this is 2023. So they don't count it up as far as new viewers and all that stuff. But all together, as you can see, most of the people who viewed the channel, viewed the live streams, about a third of them viewed the videos, and then some of the shorts. All of these things all together, you have to add all of these things all together. Shout out to our good brother Cyberdyne for the Cash App. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate you. Been a very good supporter. Thank you. This is the impressions that we had last year. 7.9 million impressions last year. Okay. And a lot of that is really due to when I found my thumbnail formula. Because before, I wanted to make a thumbnail, a type of thumbnail that was very unique to what I like, my brand. So when you see the thumbnail, you would know, okay, that's an Afro Elite video just off the thumbnail. So the thumbnails are very unique, are very iconic, okay? Thank you. And a lot of people saying, thank you guys so very much. Honestly, truly, thank you guys very, very much. When you see that, now check this out too. Going down, of course, you have the 4.9. So our click-through rate has been the same. We have from the impressions, views just off of impressions alone, not direct links, but off of the impressions, we have close to 400,000. Okay. And this is only 1 year. This isn't all of the shows combined. This isn't everything. All right. So we've done a tremendous job here. We've really increased the search. Now we've had a lot of ups and downs and bumps in the road. When we scroll through here and we see the live streams, some of the live streams that did really, really good, as you can see here, the Fresh and Fit, when I did the downfall of Fresh and Fit, folks loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay. That's my biggest live yet. I got a video that did better than that. But the downfall of Fresh and Fit, people loved. Watched it over and over and over again. Then we have to give a special shout out to our good brother, Dr. Randy Short, because when we had the whole leadership thing exposed, because that was during the time when the NAACP in San Francisco had denied California's recommendation of cash payments to descendants of slaves. And then the reparations movement got them triggered. Y'all love that one. And what is so impressive about that one is the fact that that's the latest one. I literally did that like a week ago or something like that. So it's already got 10,000. All right. Then the American Maroon interview, that was with Dr. Short and Dr. Winters. So shout out to Dr. Winters too. When we exposed Michael Rappaport, that was that. So let me show you some of the those are the live streams that did the best. Now we had a lot of other ones that did really, really well, but these are the top live streams that they said was doing good. Let me see something. Current viewers. Now, when we go to, and they kind of capping with this because it says my peak was 592. That's incorrect. I peaked over 592, but okay. Now, when we go to the videos, thank you guys. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. When we go to the videos, we see the top video with, no competition at all, was Biden. And this was in August. This is why the whole thing in August really blew up. Biden is losing the black vote. Blew up, almost 20,000. Blew up. They were messing with it a little bit because then after that, then I started really getting shadow banned and people couldn't find my content. People couldn't search my content. After that video I did about Joe Biden in August, then when you search my name up, you would have everything else except my name. Now, after that video, or actually this video, the criminalization, immigrant criminals terrorizing Chicago, that I posted that on Tuesday. I remember specifically. I posted this one on Tuesday, and then I posted the Joe Biden one on Wednesday. So two of the biggest videos we have here. No, wait, my bad. It was the Asian one. It was the Asian discrimination. I posted that one on Tuesday, and then I posted this one the next day. In the same month, though, I posted these. So all three of these literally came in the same month. All three of them are from the same exact month. All right. Then the one with Jonathan Majors, then the one with Travis Kelce. And we have a lot more. We have a lot more than that, but these are what they're saying is the top. I don't know if they're only going by the views. I think they might be going by the views and interactions and all of that stuff. We have a lot of people, the ones that people really watched almost to the end, the one, of course, with Jonathan Majors, the live stream, the one where I was talking about Taraji, the For the Culture podcast, people love that. The podcast I did with our good brother Torian, where we were talking about the boys, shout out to Torian, and then Stephen A. and Malika Andrews, people like that one too. So people really, really appreciated a lot of what we've done. A lot of that, all right? So I just want to show you guys that before we continue. So I'm actually going to be having the call-ins now. I'm going to be dropping the link. Let me actually get that done now. Let me get that done. Dropping the link so we can come up and we can celebrate, because there's a lot. There's a lot we got to talk about. Okay. Let me get the call-in things, though. I'm just now setting it up. Hold on. So as you guys are coming in, you got, hold on. You guys get the, no, that's not what it is. Hold on. Okay. Give me 1 second. We already got people calling up. We already have people calling up. So give me 1 second. Okay. Because I want the call-ins to happen too. Okay. So okay. So the calls are ready. The calls are ready. Let me bring up our first guest. First guest, we got our good brother Wallow. Wallow, you're on live.
Brother. How you doing, Afro? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
Congratulations, man. It's my first time, calling up for you. I've called up for everybody else, Torian and kids. So this is my first time up here with you. So congratulations, man. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I'm going to keep it brief. I think the video I enjoyed the most, I know you list them all, but I think the one you did with the alderman, when you questioned them with the other folks, I think that was real journalism to me. You broke it down perfectly, detail by detail, and then called him out on his ish. And I really appreciate that, man.
Thank you, brother. And we're going to be seeing that. You guys are going to be seeing that a lot more coming up this year. All right, because
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'll say because this is what actually moves the needle and gets stuff done.
So you're going to be you're going to be down there with the DNC. You're going to be out there live with the DNC, with the folks going to be out there turning up, right?
Oh yeah, I got a lot planned. I can't say it. I can't announce it all yet, but I have a lot planned in the very near future.
I got you, man, because I know some people saying they're going to be out there watching the people turn up on their ass, and I can't wait to watch it. I know Brother Phil Scott is going to be out there. He might be out there, I'm not sure, but I already knew you were going to be out there.
Oh, so, yeah.
I'm gonna get also let everybody else come through, but congratulations, man. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. The aldermen, people in our work with Chicago, we've done so much work just with Chicago alone, to be honest. As far as interviewing the immigrants, actually going to the police stations, interviewing the immigrants, as far as going to the city councils, reporting to the people, actually interviewing. And so you guys know, if you guys are new, he was talking about when I went and I kind of did a one-on-one press with Vasquez, the alderman Vasquez. And the reason why it was important for me to do it with him was because of the fact that he's the main alderman who's pushing for the immigrants to come up like that anyway. All right. He's the main one pushing for that. Okay, so it was very important for me to interview him like that, because they tell a lot of lies to the general public, and if you don't know how to check him, it's gonna be like, well, I mean, he's the alderman, he knows, you guys don't know, you guys need to stop listening to Fox News. And if you guys stop listening to Fox News, it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be that bad if you guys would stop listening to Fox News. So shout out to him for that. All right. That was really important that we did that. And we got a lot more stuff like that coming up. Now, what I wanted to do as well, okay, shout out to our good brother Cornell for the Cash App. Thank you first off, all of the Cash Apps, all of the Super Chats last year, the Zelles, the PayPals, all of that stuff. I am truly grateful for that. I'm truly humbled by that. Shout out to Patricia. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you so very much for the Cash App. Mind you, I don't mind, but mind you, YouTube does take 30% of the Super Chats. So if you send $100, YouTube taking 33, and some change. So the Cash Apps are really good. The Super Chats, if you get, some people don't have Cash App, so I'm not tripping either way. It's a symbol to show how bonded we all are together. So thank you so very much, my beloved family. Now, I want to say this. I have the collage thing. So we're going to be going through it. And I posted this on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram if you guys have not done so already. But we're going to be going through some of the pictures. And we're going to be discussing. Get this off the screen. We're going to be discussing some of the pictures. Before we do that, listen, the call lines are open too. I'm trying to do it because I know some people like calls and then some people like to actually come on to the broadcast. So I'm trying to do a little bit of both, just for the people who like to call, just for the people who like to show up. But before we do that, we have a very special guest here with us. I don't know if the guest is ready yet, so I'll just wait a little bit. Now, okay. So, okay, my computer was tripping a little bit. Anyway, brothers and sisters, the Hidden History Museum. First off, shout out to Tariq for the Hidden History Museum. Okay, wonderful Black empowerment. I put a collage of everybody. That's me. That's Tariq. That's Teslin to the side. That's Dr. Kaba to the side. We have some of our other brothers. You see in the I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Listen, StreamYard flips the thing. So when you see one thing on this side, it's really on the other side. So I'm like, you see right here, you see over here, but it's over here. On that side, you have Dewan, because I went there for the opening, and then I went there next month. I went there in February and I went there next month. It was great. The first time was our first event. It was storming and everything. So it was more people showed up than at the door than what was expected, because a lot of people got their tickets early, and then a lot of people showed up at the door. It was like so many people had to get turned away at the door. It was super packed. So afterwards, it was a lot of like cleaning up, tidying up, because people kind of, was getting tipsy, bumping into stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we had to do a lot of cleaning up. There was me, Tariq, and his cousin. It was us until 2:00 in the morning. After the whole thing, till 2:00 in the morning, getting the museum together for the next day. So that was really an amazing experience. Now, getting there though was not, because I told you guys that they lost my laptop. I remember telling you guys that American Airlines lost my laptop. So, but that was a fun experience. But let's let our guest come up here. So we have a special guest, our beloved sister, Zizi. How are you doing, sister?
Hello, I'm good. How are you, Afro?
I'm good. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Well, fake ass New Year.
For real, yeah, it's really not, but happy 2023.
Yes.
Happy 2024. Happy 2024. Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you are too happy.
Yes, I am. I cannot stop smiling. I'm like, this was such a personal accomplishment to me, and it meant so much to me and to the community to show if we set our mind to something, we're gonna do it. You know,
Absolutely.
The determination, whatever. I said I will go live every day for the last week if need be, and I did until we got it. So we did. So I'm very happy about that.
I am so happy for you. That is a blessing, and I already know you are. Ain't nothing but up from here. I already knew. I knew you was going. First of all, I called it. I knew you was going to hit 10,000 for the year. I knew
You did.
Hey, I said this months ago. I was like, you're going to hit it. Don't even worry about it. But I am so proud. You put in so much work. I've been seeing your streams. You be consistent. You be, you know, on your different platforms. You editing. You're promoting your stuff. You know, you're doing what needs to be done to be successful. So that's good to see for you, because I know you, but also just to see in general, you know, for Black men working hard, trying to work towards, you know, the goal of progressing our people. I love that. So yes, it's a blessing. I'm glad to see it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm doing this not just for myself, but actually to kind of represent and kind of show an example for what the people need to be like, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So also one of the biggest highlights was definitely the For the Culture thing.
Exactly.
Definitely the thing. Oh, it was huge highlight. Okay.
For the culture, hashtag for the culture. Put that in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Hey y'all, I see you touring.
Yes.
Hashtag for the culture. That was an amazing event. Shout out to Black Alpha Network, and really that goes right back to you, because you are just want to put that together. That was your idea.
Yeah, it was.
So thank you. That was a blessing to be a part of.
Yeah. Now it had its ups and downs, and I was going to talk about this. Now that we're celebrating and we can look back and laugh, Zizi knows this because she was a tremendous help, such a good rider. Almost as soon, so you guys might not know this, but almost only a few people do actually. Almost as soon as I got, so you guys, I don't know, we might as well say it. We went to Atlanta, right? Almost as soon as I got to Atlanta, I lost my phone. I lost my phone in an Uber. I tried ZZ, you can contest. I tried my mother can contest. Okay.
His sister tried. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whole family was involved.
I'm calling him from different numbers and everything. Like this is your brother. Pick up the phone. You know, I'm doing anything and everything to try to track my phone down. I lost my phone the day I got there. Okay. And it took thank goodness, everybody. Can we get a special hand clap or applause for our sister Zizi? Because if it was without her, she was there. You know, she was sticking with me. She was grinding with me, because I'm gonna be very, very honest with you. I was in a very bad position because we didn't even see Alpha till the next day.
Yeah. So the day we recorded, literally.
Yeah, we didn't even see him till the day. And to be honest, it was like, because we recorded in like the afternoon. We didn't even see him until a little bit before that, as we were going to the studio. So without that, I didn't have like no ride. I couldn't order an Uber. We couldn't get a car. That was another thing. We couldn't get a car. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was.
But we didn't let that stop us.
We was late to the studio.
We were. And we joked about that a little bit as we were doing the thing.
Yeah. In the podcast.
We joked about that. Shout out to the brother who was doing that though. He was really patient with us. Yeah. You know, because we still needed that good like 2-hour time. So he kind of let us move that back as long as we didn't cut the next person. And we ended it right before they were walking in. Like we were walking out, they were walking in.
Literally, yeah. We was getting my video when the next people was walking in. We was still there waiting.
Yeah. I never got my phone back. So y'all.
I know you got a new phone.
Never got my phone.
Did you get your laptop back? I just heard you talk about American Airlines. Did you get paid for it?
No, I didn't. I got my laptop back. They took my laptop out of, when I went to the Hidden History Museum, they took my laptop out of my bag to check it, and I couldn't get it back. When I went, and I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice it was gone till I got to the hotel in Atlanta. When I got to the hotel in Atlanta, the hotel didn't have no like anything on cable. I'm all like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch some Netflix. I open my bag, it turns out my laptop is not in there. The charger was in there. Everything. So I know, like, I didn't forget this because I have the charger in the laptop bag and everything. It's gone. I'm calling customer service. I can't get in touch with anybody about where my laptop is. I'm like, oh my God, my laptop is gone. I can't believe it. This is the day before I went to the museum. So I'm sitting up there calling, sending emails, doing all of that stuff.
That was the day before you went to the museum?
Yeah, because because the museum, it was a Saturday opening. I got there Friday. I was supposed to get there Thursday night. Supposed to get there Thursday night. They canceled my flight due to weather. So I had an arranged ride. They canceled it due to weather. So I rescheduled it for Friday morning. Friday morning, when I get there, and I had already booked my hotel. When I get there to the airport, my hotel had called me and told me, because I booked through a third party. They told me that they had canceled my reservation because I never checked in.
Oh wow!
So that's $500 that they canceled. So I'm like, okay, I'm literally waiting in line to get on the plane, and I got the email that my reservation is canceled. I'm like, I need a hotel. So I'm trying to, like, can you guys please? I'm on my way, and I did send them an email telling them that I wasn't going to be able to make it Thursday. I sent them that email. I'm like, can you please just rebook me? I'm showing up. I'm going to be a little bit late. I'm not even going to trip about the extra day. Just rebook me for the same room. They was like, sir, we can't do that. We can't do that. So I had to downgrade because it was literally the day of. So I had to downgrade, spend another, but it was like $300 something. When I get there, that's why I didn't have no cable, no nothing, because I had to downgrade. And then they lost my laptop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do better. You got to do better. Twice in a row. That's not a good look.
Listen, going into 2024, I'm not losing nothing. Okay.
You need to write that down. Okay, write it down so you can better solidify it.
I'm having reminders and everything. Listen now. Okay, I think you might think this is crazy, but I think that, like, the government, I think it's a conspiracy. Listen, it might be a conspiracy. My laptop is stolen, and then it's gotten back, and then my phone is stolen, and it's like somebody's targeting me. I mean,
you gotta keep the tempo about it.
Well, too. I'm not.
It's possible. I'm not opposed to that. Still, keep track of your stuff.
I can literally make that into a. Let me tell you, I can make 2023 into a movie, and it would be a good ass movie too. I will watch that movie over and over because there's so much stuff that you guys don't believe had happened. Okay, it's so much stuff that happened, and that's just with LA. That's just with the whole thing with the Hidden History Museum, and then the For the Culture thing, and then you can tell them. Didn't you have some type of thing downloading the
For the Culture thing? I had to I don't know. I don't understand the systems, but the little storage unit that I had, basically, the computer he was using was like a Windows or Dell, Android. I don't know.
It was.
You said you what?
Yeah, he was using like an Android. He was using a Windows.
Right. It was like Windows or something like that. So when I gave him the thing to hook it up to the computer so he could save the video that we had just recorded onto my storage unit, he was like, well, this is not basically the format the program I'm using isn't going to allow me to download it to your storage unit in the format that it'll pull up on my laptop, like my Mac. So he had to like re-download it or like convert it to a version that was that would be like compatible with my Mac when I plug my storage unit up to it. And that process took like 20, 30 minutes. I think that's what we still waiting. That's what took so long, for us to figure out if he had it on there. And then we still had to risk it and go all the way back to the hotel just to look at my computer.
You didn't bring your laptop with you. So it was like, hey, we got to kind of chance this, and then we got to test it out because we don't know.
Yeah.
So when I tell you guys that we actually, all of us, me, our brother Black Alpha, our sister Zizi, when we tell you like we were there putting in work. Okay, we were putting in work for real. You know, now the next time we do it is going to be a lot smoother. We first time, you know, is bumpy, but the next we smooth now. Okay. Now we have other guests up here. Shout out to our good brother Torian.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, ZZ?
Blueberry
Muffin. What's up, man?
Hey, oh man, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm glad that this is happening. You set out a goal and you met that goal. I remember you saying before the end of the year you was going to hit 10K, and you did it. I'm so proud. And like I was saying on my live earlier, when it comes to the new Black media, we don't get the kind of push like other outlets do on here. Like we don't easily get into the algorithm unless we talk about something that is considered to be trending, or we can relate it back to whatever it is that we talk about, or we just get lucky and we get pulled into the algorithm. But I'm glad that you stayed the course. You stayed diligent, and you just kept going. Because I always like to highlight, people. I always said that we needed more voices in the new Black media. Like when I first got started, it was like very scarce, and I'm glad that now it's starting to slowly become a saturated market, which is a very good thing. Because we need more out here. And to hear people say that they come and watch our material and they don't watch the news, do you know how good that feels? That means we winning. Like for our personal audience, we are beating out like these big networks, these big conglomerate networks that have millions of eyes on them every single day, and they would rather watch us. Like, that's a blessing in disguise. But I'm very proud of you. I'm very excited to see where your channel is going. I'm sure, I can't wait till we start doing some more collabs. I'm glad that we found, like, when we was talking about Gen V and the boys, we found something that we both liked and related back to what we talk about. Like, we literally killed two birds with one stone when we did that particular podcast, and I can't wait to see what else we'll be able to talk about in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, I want to thank you, Torian. I gotta give my hats off to you, because I remember when you first gave me a shout out. First off, speaking of shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the super chat. We have a $50 super chat from Yo CCM23 sends a $50 super chat. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I remember I was sitting up there. I think I was at 300 or something like that. Maybe like around that age, around that, not age, number. And then all of a sudden, I get a flood, absolute flood of subscribers just coming in. I'm literally refreshing, and I'm getting hundreds. I'm getting dozens of people following me. I'm like, what is this? And everybody was in the comments. Torian sent me. Torian sent me. Torian sent me. Torian sent me. So I'm all like, okay. So I go on your video. Now, I didn't know about the community tab at this point. So I'm going on your video like, when did he say my name? When? I'm going through your live video like, when did this happen? And we did our thing, man. And you helped. You were a quintessential aspect of me even getting to that first 1,000, to be very honest with you. So I definitely got to thank you for that. And then we've been working together this year. Did the recap of the Expo. The Expo was that was fun. I can't wait.
Man, that was a moment. That was a moment in time right there. You can like stamp that in history and say, of course there's going to be more after it, but it's something about that first one that was just amazing. Like, the vibe of that entire event was just very, very much needed. It was very, very warm. It was very welcoming. seeing all of the people there, like that was probably one of the most on-code events that I've been to since the Rally for Reparations. Like that was just like that event was just amazing. Like all the vendors, all of the the speakers and everything like that. I'm not gonna say too much, but if you was a part of the new black media, you got a little I'm
That's all I'm gonna say. I want to tell you something. Shout out to because Blueberry Muffin, you got to speak, and we've got our good brother Kid Gravity. As I was tagging everybody for my post on Instagram, I found RZA. Let me tell you something about RZA. They can't stand this man so much. That's how you know this man is rock solid. You know he is solid. When I tagged him on Instagram, Instagram sent me a message and said, "Are you sure you want to tag this person? Because he spread a lot of misinformation." All of the people I tagged, when I hit that button to tag RZA, they are like, "Are you sure you want to tag him? This account spreads misinformation." I was like, "Damn." They don't give this man a break.
Yeah, I remember I had posted my picture that I took with him on it. I don't think they hit me with any kind of disclaimer or anything like that. The post itself, however, got a lot of traction on Instagram, and because I posted on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, and all three places it got a lot of traction. I think YouTube more than anything though on that community tab.
I don't think for the people asking, you can't do a super chat on Instagram. You have to go to YouTube to do the super chat. You definitely have to. As we hear, how you doing, sister? How you doing?
Happy New Year, Afro Elite! Congratulations, ZZ. You keep doing what you're doing, Queen. Torian, keep going in on them, and Kid Gravity, you know what? I love you, bro. I love you, bro. This is why it is so good that we support each other, help each other out cross-platform and out in the public. And when the Expo, now I snuck in that Expo. You probably didn't pay me too much attention, but if you saw, I guess a red bone looking chick with a red wig on, you probably kind of side-eyed me because I sound like a white girl. But anyway, if you can't poke fun at yourself, you can't poke fun at anyone else. But I like the energy of the Expo because it was reinforcing the positive thing that we're doing and encouraging a lot of the up and coming. I'm glad that Afro, you brought up the fact that Torian was helping you out. ZZ helps out a whole lot of people. Okay, that's why she's a crown jewel. Kid Gravity, you are spitting fire with the politics because see, I'm learning a lot from you. Okay, in fact, Kid Gravity, yes, I'm brown nosing, but I will have to be honest with this. The education, the science you was dropping encouraged me to do my own fact-finding mission to go in on the current congressional representative in my legislative district. I want to thank you for that. So peace and blessings to everybody in the new black media. Keep doing what you're doing because it is paying big dividends. Boots to asses this year.
Absolutely. And for the people watching on Instagram and Twitter, make sure you guys swing over and subscribe on YouTube if you guys haven't done so. And Twitter, so you guys know, the live only stays on for an hour and we're already 40 minutes in. So in 20 minutes, it's going to automatically stop. I mean, Instagram is going to automatically stop Instagram. So you might want to get comfortable here with YouTube.
Oh, you on Instagram right now? Let me look. I'm sorry.
I just looked at my phone. I couldn't see it on Instagram, but yeah, I am on Instagram.
I went to my Instagram and it said that you was live.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. What? I told you that. Yeah, that's tight, ain't it? That's cold, ain't it?
That's insane. Cool. No, that's cool. That's cool.
So it's a lot of people in
So
there.
all your people see me with this chef hat on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to expose myself to a new audience. Hello, Afro Elites audience. Hello. Hey, Afro, I got something for you. I know you be feeling over there. I know it's cold in Chicago. I got you. You need this, baby. You need this.
What is that? That's mumbo sauce?
That is mambo sauce. That's the spicy though. That's the spicy.
Spicy mumbo sauce. Okay.
That's the spicy.
And I
Don't
know,
worry, bro. We gonna get
exactly
you. We're gonna get you a nice care package. We're gonna send it up to Chicago. Cause I know that Harold's chicken tastes better with the mambo. We know this.
I mean, we do got the best chicken though. We got the best chicken. I ain't letting nobody say nothing else.
You ain't beating no Jamaicans.
Come on now. Shout out to the folks on Twitter. Tapping in. Shout out to the folks on Twitter. Shout out to Miss Incognito for the Cash App. Thank you very much, beloved. Thank you so very much.
Yes, this is for you, brother. Because you have a meteoric rise. I hope you know that, from arguing with people on Twitter in Twitter Spaces to 10K. I mean, that's impressive. The amount of people you pissed off, and now you're doing the Lord's work. We got to give you that. Because that's a hell of a journey from not this summer, but from last summer up to now. That's a hell of a journey.
Yeah, and to be totally honest with you, personally, as a man, as a black man, I've done a lot of soul searching and growth through this. I used to have this fervor in me and wanted to just fight anybody. I used to have the energy, not physically, but on Twitter. I used to be excited going back and forth with people and debunking people and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And to a degree, I had to kind of grow out of that. I had to grow out of that. I remember one time I posted something and I said, you can already tell they're tripping. I said something, you can already tell they're tripping when they got pronouns in their bio. You can already tell it's going to be some nonsense. And then I said, hashtag pronoun people. Woke up the next day, hundreds of quote tweets, and I was going back and forth with every single last one of them. This was in 2020 or 2021. I was going back and forth, and I liked it too. I was like, man, I like beating people intellectually, and I had to mature past that. All the urge to go back and forth with somebody, I had to leave that alone for my own growth. So I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that I was able to go through that experience and learned how to handle certain things. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to address something if somebody makes a video or if somebody makes a comment that's incorrect. That doesn't mean I never address it. But I have a level of patience that tempers me and helps guide me and make the right decision. So I'm glad I was able to develop in that way. And shout out to you, man. I've been seeing you. You've been doing a lot. All of us here. You know what I'm saying? This is not an easy job. This is not easy.
Really not.
You're finding the stories. I know some people tag us and stuff because some people want to hear us and stuff. But sometimes when stuff is trending, it's easy. But y'all, sometimes listen when I tell you, sometimes the news is dry. Sometimes it is dry, ain't nothing.
Hey, bro, I was about to go do a video about something that somebody said 9 months ago. But then I remembered it's Christmas. Everybody not doing nothing. And then, we were blessed with the Simone Biles thing. But that got off.
Listen, do you know how many times I saw an article and I was all like, oh, this is an interesting article. And then I look and say 2018. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. But we have a whole new year now. It's an election year. There's going to be plenty of content. So
this year is going to be so content packed. Like last year, we were able to get over the hump. We all made it to this year. This year, we ain't got to worry about no problems. There's going to be so many debates, so many clips, so many shills coming out the woodworks.
And also on top of that, the Olympics is this year too.
Oh yes.
And it's going to be so interesting because it's interesting that kid just brought up about Simone Biles. I said I can't wait to see that footage of her doing the thing at the Olympics while her family, including her husband, right there in the sense cheering her on, and I'm be looking like, y'all can't even have your man, if you even got one, come in, bring you flowers to the job, and he over there in Paris cheering his lady doing tumbles and flips and winning gold medals and getting more endorsements.
Retiring as the GOAT.
Exactly. And we know why she gonna retire. I called that. I know they want to start that family.
Oh yeah, but I already know y'all are ready for the U.S. to dust Jamaica, so it's okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm on y'all side. I
said Sha'Carri Richardson she's the comeback queen.
Yeah, shout out to Sha'Carri. I mean,
now that's someone who had a good 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a comeback. That's a really good comeback, and that also reflects on when you get yourself together mentally, and you can focus in. When you can focus in on yourself and on your craft and mastering it, when you have that drive and determination like she did, you can really make a tremendous comeback. So that's just it. I mean, it's just a reflection of self-improvement. And
Yeah,
I love to see Black people have journeys of self-improvement. I love to see that.
Yeah, that's a blessing. Let me get up off here, though. Appreciate you, Afro.
Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you coming on here.
Congratulations. Keep building, keep growing. I'm behind you.
Where can people find you? Where can people find you before you go?
ZZ Rants is right there. That little thing, right? If I'm pointing the right way, I don't know. YouTube be messing me up just like he was doing earlier. I don't know. But ZZ Rants on everything: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything. ZZ Rants, follow me. I appreciate y'all. Chat.
Now you can continue with the congratulations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, congratulations. Behind you, supporting you, sharing your stuff, etc. But now for real, I hope everyone does continue to support. I hope you do continue to, grow your content and evolve. I'm excited to see where you take it this year, especially with the all the political buffoonery that's about to be taking place this year. Okay. So I'm excited to see what you're going to do with that. We're definitely going to get some more collabs in. Okay. Yeah. For sure. We're going to do another For the Culture podcast. That's for sure. Hopefully Torian can make it to the next one.
That was the original plan, so y'all know.
Right, exactly. So hopefully he can make it to this one. That'll be cool. But yeah, other than that, I hope 2024 brings you many blessings, much abundance, sir. I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate the chat and the panel as well.
Thank you. And I know, and so the audience knows, this is a really solid sister right here. You guys definitely need to support her. Me and her had many conversations about our good brother Otha Wallace, about setting our stuff up for Otha Wallace and raising money for his legal defense fund and doing all of that stuff together. And a lot of that stuff behind the scenes. ZZ doesn't just get on the camera with a pretty face and start talking, but she's behind the scenes more often than not, to be very honest with you. And she's, setting stuff up, scheduling stuff, putting stuff in list and all that stuff. So she's solid on and off the screen. It's not for show. Everything you see is 100% genuine, and I truly respect it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful rest of your stream. We'll talk to you later.
Yes. Thank you for showing up.
Peace panel. Bye, y'all. Torian, Gravity.
Thank you.
Spidey, I see you, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Afro. How you doing? Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
My Chicago brother. I'm up here. I'm up here in Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, sir. It's going down this year, man. RNC is gonna be crazy.
Man. It's gonna be wild. And I'm not thinking about just the politicians. I'm thinking about the shills, because we're gonna have them out the wood.
They're gonna be here.
Like that. It's gonna be crazy dealing with them.
They're gonna be here, man. They're gonna be here.
You think Larry Not My Elder gonna be there?
Huh? You said
Larry Not My Elder.
Listen, kid, listen. I'm not worried about him because see, as of yet, nobody is stepping into the GP race for U.S. Senate, but they talking about trying to get Oreo Sheriff Clark, my former sheriff here in Milwaukee. They trying to get his ass to run. That's who I'm worried about.
You better not.
We'll
end it the day he says I'm running.
I want to give a shout out to the mod Hurricane. Shout out to Hurricane IQ because he's been on it. We got this Sasquatch guy in the chat room, been trolling the whole night. You know,
Yep,
and
them and all 100 of their
Got my
accounts.
reparations. I don't want your white wife, sir.
Speaking of shout out to Stephanie for the $20 super sticker. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Shout out to Larry. Everything Goes for the $20 super chat. Says, congratulations, happy new year to you, Larry and Stephanie. Thank you so very much.
I'm not gonna disrespect your platform, Afro. I'm gonna let Roberto ride out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's the new black media troll right there.
I'm telling you, his wife ain't get home yet. That's why he talking this tough.
Do you guys honestly understand how determined this man is?
Oh, I know.
Like this man, you literally will block him and he will have another account. Right? Like immediately right there. Immediately right
like,
there.
how many accounts do you have?
Well, didn't we confirm 4?
This is more than 4. They gotta be.
Yeah.
My word. These trolls just won't give up. Some of them are paid operatives. A lot of them are connected directly with some organization, okay? Whether it's public or private nonprofit, they target specific streams on specific platforms that have traction. And this is not by happenstance. This is a targeted effort, okay? Because some of these trolls out here gotta wonder what's the agenda. Because, you know, in the last year alone, the new black media has undercut and scooped the mainstream media and then some. For instance, what's going down in Chicago, all of the hidden stuff, all of the chicanery, a lot of the stuff Afro Elite and a lot of the boots on the ground have reported that the mainstream media deliberately omits. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in New York City, boots on the ground with the camera phones ready and waiting, getting down to the dirty and the nitty gritty. And so you've got Alberto Suarez over here just targeting specific individuals and specific people. Well, if that troll is still in the room, I want him to know, as well as any other ops, a lot of people are very tech savvy in the new black media. So your days are numbered.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
just
indeed.
saying. And also just a brief comment on what's going on in the Chicagoland, because Milwaukee is part of Chicago. And let me just say this. The same thinking, the thought politic amongst the woke black folk, us, in Chicago is the same up in Milwaukee. Seriously. And politically for the past 2 years, let me tell you something. A lot of the Milwaukee transplants are over where I am in the Pacific Northwest, and a lot of the Milwaukee transplants are the ones that are taking it to the sellouts in the Pacific Northwest. Y'all folks ain't no joke in Milwaukee. When they're talking about,
you got that right. You got that right.
And we're not talking because where I am in Seattle, there's this fault ghetto versus bougie shift. Well, what the folks in Milwaukee have brought, and it's a lot of educated folks and a lot of business owners, seriously, they are at the forefront in the grassroots effort, forcing the hands of a lot of the bootlicks, including the current mayor. I'm not going to go into that too much, but that's all I got to say. And they are really, really concerned about what's going on with the immigration here in Seattle. It's a mess. So I just have to say that about a lot of the folks, the transplants who've moved from Chicagoland over to where I am in the last 5 to 10 years, and boots on the ground, boots in the asses.
Yeah, you're right. And if you thought we were doing that last year in 2023, 2024 is another story. I promise you, 2024 is going to be another story. We're going to be out, boots to asses, boots in the grass, boots everywhere, you know, doing, I'm telling you, we got a lot coming up for 2022. Like, for instance, when we look at this, not just in Chicago, I wanted to show you guys this real fast. Do you guys remember? If I can find it, it's a lot. We were, when they first started doing this stuff in Chicago, remember this? And they were having their little, and I was going there because I'm really the one who kind of like, because when I advertised it and it like started blowing up on social media, then everybody had different conventions and stuff like that. California did it, then Chicago did it, and then I started recording it in Chicago. Now everybody want to go to the damn task force. But, you know, I got a lot of copycats. Shout out to my copycats. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But they were going up there. A lot of them was talking a bunch of nonsense. We had some people up there who were solid, but, you know. But we went up there, and when we went up there, I found out, and this is what happens when you learn through trial and error. I found out that my equipment, my audio, all that stuff, it was kind of flawed. It was kind of messed up. So what I did was I upgraded all of that stuff. I got different equipment because I knew I was going to be doing it more often. So I upgraded all that stuff. And then when, as you can see, when we went to Atlanta and we started recording them in Atlanta, and this is what really blew the wig off of Cam Howard, is this video right here.
The political will of the party to push this legislation forward, and then having the president then create an executive order. Mm-hmm. So 217 co-sponsors in the Congress and House. We had a Senate companion bill introduced for the first time since Reconstruction. We had the Speaker, the Senate chair.
So when he said this, hold on, let me see the
our power. So we don't want to say that I'm not going to vote, or I'm going to vote Republican, or I'm going to vote third party. Not at this particular point.
Listen. What? So you guys know what made me record this part right here is he says there's a lot of people online who say no tangibles, no vote, and we shouldn't do that. After that, I dug in my pocket as fast as I could to get my phone out. You know, I got my phone together to record this instant right here. And this is what he starts talking about right then and there. He starts talking about, hold on, we don't want to give up our power.
I got to say that later, but we don't just give up our power without utilizing it. I'm seeing that it doesn't work. So our message is you have to earn our vote. And we're telling Black men and Black electorate, that's the message. You have to earn our vote. And to earn our vote, we want a reparations commission, nothing less.
See, all that reparations commission stuff.
Another study.
Yeah, another study. And then you can see here.
Made white people rich from our labor. They have wealth from our labor.
Listen, brothers and sisters, when I tell you I was getting so many mean mugs and everything, I was the first person to speak. And I was getting hold on, let me see something. What's going on? Okay, I was getting a lot of mean mugs and everything like that. People was telling me I'm wrong. This old lady right here, she's from the California Reparations Task Force thing. She didn't like me at all from the very first thing I said. You know, let me show later on. Oh, I got
that's
videos of the same situation.
A system of economic leverage to oppress.
This one, like, people love this one. Okay, almost like people loved it. But this is the work that we've been putting in, you know, and you can expect much more of this to come. Much more of this coming up this year. And that's just,
they can't stop. They can't stop it. It's like I said, they can't stop it. Like it's like a runaway train with no end in sight.
Yeah. And the thing is that it doesn't have to just be me. What I did was I went out there and I knew for a fact that I have to set the example of what we're supposed to be doing when we go to these places, what we're supposed to be doing when we have these meetings, when we have these events, when we have this stuff. So anytime I go to a task force, anytime I go to a hearing, anytime I go to a meeting or an event, I always make sure that I'm on my A game the whole time, because I understand, and I record it too, because I understand when you are leading, the most effective way to lead is to lead by example. Anybody can just say, this is what you're supposed to be doing, but I'm showing you, I'm out here, I'm doing it. This is how it's done. This is how you make a change. This is how you make improvements. So when I'm out there and I'm doing it and I'm showing it to people, then people have a sense of respect for that. Then people, they imitate the same thing. I think Instagram might have just, am I still live on Instagram? They said it closes in, I'm still live on Instagram. Shout out to the people. It's a lot of people watching on Instagram or tuned in on Instagram. I can't tell how many people watch it currently. Shout out to y'all.
And you brought up a good point of leadership by example. The real reason you got the mean mugs and the negative energy is that those shills and tethers in that task force has characterized everybody in the grassroots as thugs, illiterate, uneducated, disorganized people who don't know the political process. In fact, a lot of people in the new black media know more than people who have PhDs who are sitting on these task force. Okay? A lot of people don't just have the book knowledge, but they've got the life experience just from day-to-day interactions in your daily work. Some people do community organizing, whether it's where you are or throughout the city or just in the community, helping folks out. When I go to a lot of the meetings where I am, people genuinely are clueless. I am shocked at how clueless people are with connecting with just regular folks. And that's because people build up these artificial barriers. And I'm glad to see that Afro Elite, who else? Torian, you keep getting in and digging in that behind. And I'm glad you're digging in that behind, giving some analysis. Black Alpha and a whole bunch of other people in the new black media, they're presenting not just the intellectual part, but the reasoning and saying, hey, this is what's happening to us, the common folk out here who everybody has left behind. And as a collective, it's important that we make more than our voices known. We make our actions known. And a lot of these shills, and sadly, some of the boule, some of our elders, and I can say that because I would be considered an elder, don't want to get it. They don't want to relinquish that power. They don't want to listen to the younger people who are putting truth to power and words into action.
Yeah.
They'll find out November 5th.
Amen. Boot the asses.
I'm going to ask you guys, you, Torian, and Kid Gravity specifically, out of all of what's happened last year, and now I know you guys both individually did your recaps. You know what I'm saying? I know you all did, and I know you expressed that on those recaps. But out of what you saw in 2023, what are some things that you two brothers believe? And then I'll ask you, Spidey. I'll ask everybody in the chat room, and I'll ask you, Sister Blueberry. What are some things that you definitely would say we need to leave behind in 2023 that you don't want to see enter 2024 that we need to just leave behind?
Red pill content got to die.
Oh, red pill.
I actually just did a live stream today about some idiot talking red pill nonsense. Don't know what the hell she was talking about. That got to die. That and podcast mics. Not everyone should be blessed to have this in front of them and a video camera. There's a lot of responsibility with this.
It is. It's like with great power comes great responsibility, and everybody can't have that.
For me, I guess it's kind of a branch off of what Kid Gravity just said when he said red pill content, I would say any of that gender warring content.
Yes. Yes. Our good brother Hurricane, he just backed it up. He said gender warring gotta go. All that stuff about do black men really love us? You know what I'm saying? They all hate us. All that stuff about brothers. Get your passport, fly to China, get a wife in China. Like, man, all that stuff gotta go. That stuff gotta go.
Conservative
Kid Gravity,
grifting gotta go.
Would you say that grip is going to this year?
Yes, because I said it on my show today. If whoever gets in, whoever gets in November 5th, the grip is over, because nobody's gonna want to hear that crap no more. You got to go forward now. People want solutions now. They don't want to keep hearing that I hate you, you hate me. Let's get together and go shoot somebody. They don't want to hear that no more. What are you going to do to fix your house? What are you going to do to fix this country? That's what they want to hear. And all these people out here right now, I mean, it's great. This is the year of their retirement. This is where they pad the retirement fund, because after the 5th, you're going to see a lot of foreclosures. You're going to see a lot of them videos. They're like, oh, you know, they're shadow banning me. That's going to be the lie they'll tell you. YouTube is shadow banning me because their views just went off a cliff.
Yeah. Let me, I want to ask the audience, tell me, what do you think in the chat room, or come up and bring it up? What do you think needs to go in 2024? What needs to go in 2024? What needs to go in 2024? Now, I'm gonna tell you what I think. There's a couple of things, but I'm gonna be small. I'm gonna be short. One of the things that definitely need to go, and it's probably won't, is fake allegations. And when I say fake allegations, I mean specifically people picking up a camera and completely just lying on a celebrity. They're an average Joe.
Thank you.
And they're, remember that one lady who was all like, yeah, Drake, he flew me out to his hotel. He, you know, we did our thing and all of that stuff. And then next thing you know, he was beating me. Like, we have a thing where an average person can pick up a camera and be all like, actually, yes, me and Beyonce had an affair, and I had signed a disclosure agreement, you know, and when Jay-Z found out about it, he got me fired from my job. So I need you guys to go to my GoFundMe and like, oh, I know I might be a little over the top, but that got to go. Oh my God, I'm sick of it.
I can bring up another good one for you guys. These poverty pimp pastors need to go.
Yes.
Well, that church griff is over.
Umar Johnson included. He got to go.
Nah, Umar's too good for content. Nah, he can't go yet. Not yet.
What,
maybe 2025, but not yet.
Where y'all think that school is at? How long is it going to take for him to build that school?
Allegedly, it's in Wilmington, Delaware. Allegedly.
Yeah, it's I believe he has the actual location. The school is built, but he got to go through all of the other stuff, like the other legal stuff, to, you know.
Yeah, he got to get the accreditation. That's the hardest part.
Oh, I know it can go. I know it can go. I know they're not going to go, but Gene actually just said what I was going to say. The South of the Bordarians can go. He just said what I was going to say. Like, as soon as I realized that, I looked up in the chat and it was right there. Like, we sharing the brain right now, but I said they can go. And by the way, speaking of they can go, Afro, how are your new neighbors? They still cutting up?
Yeah, they are. They are. All of them, in my last live stream, I showed there was a report. Auto thefts, people breaking into cars, stealing cars or stealing parts from cars, that skyrocketed. Burglary skyrocketed. Aggravated assault, all that stuff is skyrocketed, and it's because of them. They're causing a lot of the spikes in crime. It's really because of them.
You know who else can go? These racist Asians, such as that Diane Yap and that Andy No character that is getting up on all media platforms and just denigrating Black people. They have a couple of more Diane Yap prototypes where on TikTok and Vimeo and a couple of other video media platforms where they're going around attacking Black men and women in public and showing, well, look at these Black people and what they're doing. Now, they're doing it in either Korean or Chinese or Vietnamese. And this is what's going global now. And I will just share this with you guys. Right now, a couple of the organizations, we're going in on Diane Yap. Okay. We're getting her demonetized and some other things that she's doing in her local area.
Well, she already got her wake up call. Manhattan Institute.
That's what I said. She got. I was gonna say she got fired from the Manhattan Institute.
Yeah, so she's on her way down.
Way down, because at the local level, she's been pushing for some really, really nasty stuff about dropping the hammer on Black men and Black women in the local areas.
Mm-hmm.
The nasty business. And she had some backing from some businesses. And it's not a good thing, because what's going on now, specifically where I am, is we do have Asian immigrants, and there's a large number of Cambodians and Vietnamese who are coming in, and they're building up areas to the south and the east of where I am right now. And they're going back and forth with a lot of the business owners, whether it's FBA business owners or some of the first generation people from Somalia and Eritrea. And it is nasty. And I'll cut it off with this. Recently, there was a local city council member named Tanya Wu. I'm talking about Seattle City Council. And she went head to head with the incumbent city council member, and they were just fighting over who was going to give how much money to Chinatown. So long and short of it, and I gotta really run after this because dinner's on the table. I would like to see a lot of these racist ass Asians bite the dust, honestly, because
figuratively,
yeah,
figuratively, you too.
Figuratively.
I don't want to see Edward or that Bloom guy using them as the buffer against us anymore.
Who's a so-called Jayish man?
Kenny Xu is running for Congress, so that we got about 10 months to get him off the board. So
because all he gonna do is bring us up in whatever has nothing to do with us. I showed that a couple months ago. Like he could not get a point out without bringing up Black people, even when it had nothing to do with Black people. And the thing is, that's going to run its course, because it's like, okay, we know that a lot of you like do that, such as ramen noodles, and I'm calling her Nimrod. I'm not calling that woman Nikki Haley. All 2024. That's what we need to leave in 2023. Let's stop calling that woman Nikki Haley and call her by her real name, Nimrod or Ron Hawa. I don't give a damn if she doesn't have it on her document. On her birth certificate, it says Nimrata. So in 2024, that's what we will call her, even if she loses, which I know she's going to lose. Yes, we have. I think we have more than exposed their anti-Blackness all throughout last year. I said, if you didn't catch the wave, you catching it now. You're a little late to the party. But people like her, Ramen Noodle, Dinesh D'Souza, and so many more, definitely they have got to go.
Prigger, you got to go bankrupt.
I personally call Dinesh D'Souza Dinesh the idiot.
You mean Dinesh the felon?
Oh yeah, that's right. He was put in federal prison. Yeah, jackass.
It's okay. We got 10 months, family. We got 10 months.
I'm gonna let you
Some
guys.
got less than that, but they don't realize it.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Let's be very real with it.
Afro, who you pissing off in the Chicago City Council?
One of my predictions.
They're gonna ban your ass one day. They got his picture up there already. Don't let
one of my predictions is the fact that a lot of these people are going to get knocked out very early on in the year. You know, a lot of these people are going to come straight out the gate fumbling. To be very honest with you, most of them are not going to make it anywhere near or close to the end at all. that's one of my predictions of it. I think that we're going to be dealing with a lot of shields coming up. I want to say, before I let you guys go, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think are some predictions? I'm going to tell you one of mine. One of my predictions is we're going to have a lot of people who are going to brush off their TikTok accounts, brush off their YouTube accounts, and do counter media, counter to what we're doing, because we're doing actual, factual black media. Okay. What they're going to be doing is counter to that. So we're going to have a lot of videos going up about, well, Biden, people say Biden hasn't done anything, but dun 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 dun, the infrastructure bill, dun 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 dun, the CARE Act, dun 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 dun. They're going to be doing a lot of that stuff. So we're going to have to deal with, I think, the Roland Martins, the Shields, they're going to be a louder voice this year than they were in 2020. They're going to, because they understand the energy is different this year than it was in 2020. So that's one of my predictions this year.
Well, I predict that Hunter Biden will still be ski sloping. I predict that his dad will probably still find a way to trip going up the stairs. I predict that Kamala Harris is still going to be trying to dust off and clean her greens. Those are my predictions. I think those are pretty easy predictions to have, because I know that they'll most likely happen.
Yeah.
I personally predict that, of course, 45 is going to get that nomination. Damn near, I'll even go as far as to say I think he might even get acquitted. As for them other candidates, one of them is going to be picked to be his running mate. And Afro, you also forgot to mention Mark Lamore Shield. He gonna be a louder voice too if they let him. So yep. So yeah, I really can't disagree with nothing that you said. I just added on to what you said, Afro. So yeah.
My prediction is that Biden is going to pull a Lyndon Baines Johnson and not run for re-election. The reason why I predict that is not because of his age, but because of what's going on, current events overseas. All right. We don't have enough support at home to continue with that other nonsense. And because we've underestimated the people here and what we're doing here and the focus, I don't think Biden's going to run for re-election. As far as Trump already got the nomination, Trump will more than likely win. As far as him getting acquitted, yeah, I can see that, simply because the GOP owns the federal judiciary.
So you predict that Biden is going to drop out of the race?
Yeah, because think about what happened when Sheila Jackson Lee got shellacked in Houston. All right? Everybody stayed home in Louisiana. The Democrats willfully ignored that. And where were the shills, Roly Poly Martin and company? Where were they? Ooh. And they didn't see that one coming? I think what happened in Houston and Louisiana, those are the bellwethers. Okay? That's an indication of things to come. And mind you, even though Louisiana is a smaller state, population-wise and electoral-wise, the current House Speaker is from Louisiana. How did that happen?
Good point. Yeah, good point.
Mine is how do I say this? One of us here in New Black Media is going to get to somebody way, way up, and it's going to shine a spotlight on all of us, and we're going to be the new target for the Democrats. I know we're targeted now, but we're going to get targeted like never before after that, because there's no way we've been making headroom like this for the last 4 years. And I mean, you got Roland mentioning us, Joy Reid taking shots at us on a major network. Hell, I even heard somebody on network TV allude to us. So, I mean, we gotta stay the course, family. But I think one of us is going to get to a point where somebody from the mainstream going to talk to us and read the riot act, and everybody's going to start clicking in their head like, you know what, they might know what the hell they talking about, and it's going to kill their numbers, and then they're going to try to, they'll try to dismantle it because they're already slowly starting it now, but it's going to ramp up by like the springtime. So that's my prediction.
Well, that means that 2024 is a hell of a year already. Today is the first, and we got a lot. We have a hell of a year coming up. So you guys know, with the Instagram family, I am going to be closing this on Instagram and on Twitter. So if you guys are on those things watching, you guys want to swing over to YouTube and watch on YouTube. All right. There's a lot of people tuned in on both of those things. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question, like, and this can go like for everybody else that's on here as well, even in the chat. What was, in your opinion, just with one particular story or one event that happened in 2023 that really stuck out to you? Like, what was a big story? And there was a lot of them that happened last year.
Well, if I had to boil it down to just one, Lord. If I had to boil it down to just one, I definitely want to say, to me, it had to be the Montgomery, Alabama brawl. That was probably like the biggest, the brawl at the dock. That brawl in Alabama probably was like the biggest story. If I was to give it to one, I would give that one. I would give it to that one.
Well, for me, it was watching consistently Black conservatives getting destroyed by their payees on Twitter, especially over this Israel Hamas thing. You ain't lived till you see a Black conservative try to give their opinion on that, and people come in there and tell them how stupid they are. But a week ago, they loved you when you were talking about us.
They don't want Negroes.
Well, all right now. I think she agreed with me in the background. But that, for me, that was 2023 in a nutshell. Watching the Black conservatives on TV, YouTube, and social media get their comeuppance finally for showing their lack of intelligence.
What about you, Tori?
You pretty much chose the one I was going to say. That was a big story. Like, that was a huge highlight last year. Like, that video circulated the internet like faster than the speed of light. Like, it was everywhere. Like, I saw it on Instagram first, then I saw it on Twitter. And I thought what was so funny was that there are millions, probably billions of videos on YouTube, but it was that one right there that, for some odd reason, that if you spoke about it and you played the video, they would halt your stream.
Yeah, they did that. They did. Yeah, this is why when the thing first broke, I didn't talk about it initially. I resisted the urge to talk about it initially because they were doing that to everybody's thing.
I wanted to wait,
even if they didn't show the violent video. Anybody who was even talking about it, they was like remove.
Yeah, that's why I didn't talk about it initially either. Not only that, because I wanted to get as much details out of it that I possibly could, and then I wanted to give enough people enough time to see the video, because the thing is, when it first came out, that wasn't even the whole video. Like, it was literally in pieces. Like, people had different angles. I mean, like, it was like watching a whole production. Like, with that, when that whole thing went down, like, you couldn't see it all at once. And it was like, is there a way we could find the whole video where it's all in one and not in pieces? Like, you have to put a puzzle together. But yeah, that was definitely a moment right there that happened last year that literally was a jaw-dropping moment. It was an irate, like an eyebrow raising moment. Like, And you know, with the internet, everything was global, so the whole world saw that on any possible platform possible. Like that video, you could not escape it. Like no matter how hard you tried, even if you didn't see it, then you probably heard someone say, "Hey, did you hear about what happened down in Montgomery at this dock? This and this will happen. Let me show you the video." And it literally had everybody going crazy with that. I think the funniest part to me was when after that happened, you had some people. I think the day after, they went down to the dock and they found the chair and took a picture with the chair. Mm-hmm. It's like the chair became an overnight celebrity.
Yeah. Chairman of the boardwalk. And the memes. We can't forget the memes.
Oh yeah, them memes was endless. I think one of the funniest memes that I saw was when somebody had put a picture of a Timberland boot right there to replace what the boat was. I forgot what they called it though.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you all get your last words. This as we're wrapping things up. There's a couple other things I'd like to discuss. So I'll let you. I appreciate you guys for coming up. I really, really do. Before you guys leave, you guys definitely gotta let people know where to find you. So, is there anything like you like to say before I, move on?
Well, one of the things that was the most memorable things was the Chicago City Council meetings and how the elders, as well as just everybody in general, you could tell that they were listening into the new Black media and spoke truth to power and the energy. And then also the community activists, especially on the south and the west sides of Chicago, just regular folks like us and in the chat room, just really bringing home the sense of empowerment that we have to make a difference. And also shedding spotlight on the cultural erasure and how the benign neglect has gone on and how we have the power to change. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do or how to do it because we know how to do it ourselves. And with that, the final thing that I would like to say is you can find me anywhere and everywhere. There's empowerment and success because when we team up and we work together, no one can tear us down.
Thank you. Spidey, anybody else? Anybody next?
Yeah, thank you, Afro, for letting me up as usual, man. If you heard any noise in the background, I apologize in advance for that, man. So yeah, just I can't really pick anything from 2023 specifically, but it was just a crazy year, man. But like I said, keep all eyes on Milwaukee, man. This is gonna be crazy. RNC, that is what I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm kind of scared as hell for that, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's the end of story for me, man. So yep, thanks, and all y'all have a great night. You spoke some true words, Blueberry, Miss Blueberry Muffin. So thanks, Afro. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, brother. Good night.
Well, I guess I'll go next. First off, again, shout out to you, Afro, and congratulations on your milestone on hitting 10K. Like we were saying earlier, it's definitely only up from here. But I forgot one thing that did happen last year that did put a smile on my face and actually helped a lot with a boost in my content. And that was the overturning of affirmative action.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one too.
And how goofy they made themselves look and how quickly them wake-up calls was rolling on in. Because I'm thinking, they're not going to feel the effects of this until like this year. Man, they started feeling them effects about 1 or 2 weeks later. It was very, very fast and very swift. Like Kid Gravity was saying, it's because it happened in the summertime. If it was more like during the school year, now or something like that, then it probably wouldn't have hit them as hard that fast. But because it was over the summer, that's why it happened so fast. And then, fast forward a couple of months, they now talking about how they feeling the effects, how they missing it. I said you can't put the blame on us. Y'all was the one that wanted to get it overturned because y'all thought that we were the ones benefited from the most. But if you would have listened, we've been telling y'all for a long time that affirmative action was supposed to be for Black folks, but it got hijacked but by the usual suspects, and they've been benefiting off of it. You benefited off of it, and now that you feel it's not working in your favor anymore, now you want to get rid of it. But now you're realizing you were doing better under it. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. An honorable mention one would definitely have to be, and this one, like when it first happened, it was everywhere, but it got overshadowed by the affirmative action overturning. Would definitely have to be that submersible. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do.
The submersible.
That was a crazy. I can't believe I forget that. That was a crazy story.
Yeah, that's an honorable mention. But that's pretty much all I have. I'm gonna probably, still listen to you while down in the chat to see what else you got to talk about. But I'm glad that you brought me up. Everybody in the chat, shout out to you. Also, shout out to you again. Kid Gravity 2024 is literally just beginning. I can't wait to see what this year brings. I wish I can go to sleep now and wake up in this November 5th just to see what the outcome is going to be. But I will wait it out because, it's a slow burn. We're going to see what leads up to that. This man, the content this year is going to be off the chain, and I can't wait.
Yes, it will.
All right.
Thank you. You're muted.
My bad. So 2023 was crazy. Already today it started off crazy. It's only the first day, but again, Afros, you put in the work. So we have to applaud you for that. And now you go on to 25K. And that's when you really get noticed. And then people really, the big YouTubers start saying he don't know what he's talking about. And you start doing those debates and you get your numbers up more, and then you'll be in the 50s and then the hundreds, and then you'll get that plaque, and I don't know where the hell you're gonna put it. But
I know I'm gonna have to rearrange.
You gonna put it next to this, right?
You're funny. Jokes.
I know. Every other day, but again, shout out to you. You've done the climb, but now you climb higher, and you just get better every day. So that's what you got to do.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Like Torian said, I'm gonna listen in and see what you got cooking. And just make sure you guys support the brother. I mean, he is doing a lot. I mean, he's about to get banned from Chicago government buildings. I mean, he's doing that for y'all.
Yes.
I am. Do you know how much parking is in Chicago? He knows. And the risk of getting tickets because their laws are so crazy over there. So, please help to support the brother, support everybody in New Black Media. And you can find me on Kid Gravity Beyond, and we'll have fun and politic and do all that good stuff. But Afro, again, congratulations to you. And I'm going to head up out of here. Take care, stay safe, and be one.
Be one, brother. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers and sisters, man. I wanted to have calls. I wanted to really connect with the family, and I have done so already. I appreciate all of the people who've been able to stop by to salute and all that stuff. That was really cool. Thank every single last one of them for that. I appreciate them for that. I greatly, greatly appreciate them for that. All right. Let me say, I do also. I want to go through the recap. We had stopped a little bit because the guest came up, so I do want to go through the recap of what we've accomplished this year so far. So without any further ado, we started off here. All right, the Hidden History Museum, brothers and sisters, man. That was such a tremendously positive experience about Black people coming together, building something, just the whole building of it from the beginning to raise the money, raise over $1 million in a month, finding the building, going through all of the obstacles and hurdles that Tariq, shout out to him, he had to go through, actually going there, enjoying the movie. There was a really good movie, one of his best, getting to meet people, You know, even the work that me, him, and his cousin, shout out to his cousin, even the work that we all did afterwards, it's like we were there working, and we were joking, and we were talking, and we were doing all, like, we were literally talking to each other like family, like for real, as we were, you know, working in the museum. You know, I got to meet a good brother, Ogun. I got to meet Kenny, Nicely Girl. I've seen Nicely Girl before at the rally before, so I didn't get to meet her for the first time, but I got to see her both the times I've been down there. Did I see? Yeah, I saw Dewan at the rally, so I got to see him. I saw Dr. Kaba and Teslam before. I met them. I hung out with Teslam before another day as well too. Me and Teslam actually, we went out with some other people after the rally. It says, "Are you allowing me on your platform?" It says, "Oh, thank you for allowing me on your platform." Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us, sister. Thank you so much for joining us. I tremendously appreciate that. So you guys know, we're still on this mission. You know what they're saying, 20K, 25K. That still means we have to be here every time. I know it seems like we can ease up, but let's not ease up. Let's not ease up. Let's keep liking everything. Let's keep subscribing to everything. Let's keep sharing everything, doing all of that. All right. So next up on the list, after that, then we have the actual expo. First off, there's a bunch of people in the chat room right now. If you guys, and it's okay if you weren't, but if you guys were at the expo, I want you to put the 100 emoji up if you guys were there at the expo. I want to see how many people here live right now were there at the expo. And the reason I say that is because I can talk about the expo, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to feel the connection that you got to see with people. It's another thing to feel that. And I got to see so many beloved people. Sister Q2 Wise, I took a picture with you, her, and she brought her daughter with her. So that was a good experience to see that. Angie was there. First off, was that not a tremendously positive, welcoming family experience? Now, it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff stuff we had to deal with in the background, because we didn't wanted you all to enjoy yourself. The thing with the food truck, everything was, they were really tripping about the food truck. With the permits. It's like, it was just like a last minute thing that nobody talked about before. We had all of the permits lined up, and then it was this like last hidden permit, and they did it on purpose because they wanted to sabotage it. So it was this last hidden permit, and they was all like, "Oh, well, we can't do it here." So they were actually about to move the food truck, and there was gonna be no food at all. So we had to like maneuver our way to find a certain location that doesn't violate the policy, doesn't violate safety hazards, and then we're trying to move table. Now, when we went there the day before, it was me, it was Tariq, this was the day before the expo. It was me, Tariq, Ola, shout out to Ola. It was who else was there? It was Bria was there, and who else? Bria and what's that? Forgot her name. I hope she don't see this. She gonna be mad. If she see this, don't be mad. It was like 5 of us there, okay, and we were scoping out the whole place. We went in every room. We went in the back room. We went all over the place. Everybody had their assigned rooms and everything. We spent like a whole hour mapping out. Okay, we're gonna put this table here. We're gonna put this table here. We're gonna put this table here. This table here. They were there, so you know, the fire crew and everything and staff was there in the building with us at the time. We arranged, this is where we're going to sit up. This is where this event is going to be. This event is going to be in this room. This is going to be in this room. This is going to be in this room. Everything was fine. Listen, the day of, staff it wasn't staff, my bad. It was like the fire department just started being all like, "I can't put that table right there. You can't put that table right there. You can't move that table. That table has to be moved. Can't put it." They were everything we had set up. And mind you, they were there the day before. Everything was fine. They didn't say anything the day before. Then the day of, they were like, "Oh, you can't move that table. You got to move that table. Can't put it right there. Can't put it right there. Move that table. Move that table." I'm like, oh my God. So now that you got people showing up being all like, there's like, what's going on with the tables? So now we got to like remap. We had to remap everything. It took a lot of effort, but we were able to pull it off. You know, we had to, there was upstairs and downstairs. If you guys were there, it was upstairs and downstairs. Boy, if you guys saw me there, I was running around the whole place, you know, even when I didn't have to be, just to make sure everybody who was there had a mission, did their mission to the best of their absolute ability, everybody, you know, and we all came together as a team and pulled it off. And it was a phenomenal event. Yeah, they were trying to sabotage. And see, that's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, you guys were ill prepared." It's like, no. It was more like it was last minute day of stuff, because we all went there the day before. We went there the day before and we mapped out how we were going to plan everything, because what we wanted to do was we wanted to set the tables up the day before. They said we can't, for whatever reason, they said we can't set the tables up the day before. That's what they said. We can't set the tables up the day before. So what we were going to do is the event started at a certain time. So what we said we were going to do is the vendors, we're going to come like an hour or two early to set up before the actual people came to order. So a lot of people were there, like right on the dot. A lot of people were there immediately as soon as the doors opened. So we were trying to get people set up and stuff like that. And then that's when they started being nitpicky with the table. It was like a couple of little stands and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, let's just move this to the corner real quick. Oh, you can't move that to the corner. It was a lot of stuff. And they was kind of tripping on the food truck, because there was supposed to be multiple food trucks, but they was really tripping on the food truck or whatever the case is. The lady, shout out to the lady, FBA, shout out to the lady. The lady was like kind of fed up because she had it was like a taco truck. I think she sold chicken too. She was fed up. She wanted to leave. Tariq had to convince her not to leave, and they had to talk about getting the food truck. That's why the food truck was across the street. The food truck was supposed to be right by the door, but they was all like, and they had a permit to have it right by the door, but it was something with the permits. They were like, yeah, the permit is right by the door, but the permit's not for the event. It's like, it was some weird stuff. So you had to move it across the street. It was really weird. It was some funny characters that showed up too. There was one person, a troll, a crazy troll, he's really obsessive. He went there, he was taking pictures of like empty seats and stuff like that, and kind of posting that on Twitter, being all like, "Hey man, ain't nobody here, man. This place looking like it's empty." So he was like, before people would even go in the room, like if an event starts at 12 and the doors open at like 11:50, he would go in at 11:50 and nobody's there at 11:50 because, you know, the events don't start till 12. So he would go in at 11:50 and start taking a picture of the empty rows and being all like, "Hey man, ain't nobody here. What's going on?" But I mean, he really wasted his time because there was so much camera footage. Everybody it was packed. The upstairs, the downstairs, all of the rooms packed. There was people outside doing business too. There was different stuff outside. So that troll really did waste their time, you know. But it was really good. I got to see, you know, our brother Torian. I got to meet Ben X. Got to meet for the first time. That wasn't the only time. King Cam, I met him in Atlanta again. I got to see RZA. Man, I got to see our brother Muhammad. He's in the corner too. Sincere, I met him for the first time. I met a lot of people for the first time. I was very grateful. Let me tell you something about RZA, man. Listen, RZA's security don't play any games. None whatsoever. RZA's security, I wish RZA could have spoke longer. RZA, he set that show off with the way he ended that show. I wanted to play clips, but the subject, and you guys know if you were there, the subject that RZA was talking about, YouTube doesn't like. So I'm not gonna do that. But RZA's security is so strict. When I tell you, because he came around the back, it was me, Black Alpha, and Sage. We went around to show RZA like how to get into his room because RZA Islam, he's there at the top, at the top, the top corner right there. That's me and him at the top corner. His security is so strict, man. It was a whole bunch of people because they were just chilling in back or whatever the case is because you couldn't smoke inside. Some people smoking, whatever. So they was like, oh man, that's RZA. RZA was there, his wife. And he was walking in through the back. And as he was walking in, he had his security like box him in. So, RZA's being nice. He's saying hello to everybody or whatever. He's just coming in. I mean, of course, you want to get in your room, kind of settle down. You just travel, get your refreshments ready, get your speech ready, before you start doing that. That's when RZA was, before he started really mingling with people, you got to let people set up. So as RZA was going there, it was a bunch of people like, RZA, hey man, let me take a picture. This one dude, he tried, he was excited. So he walked up. When the security, he walked up and I saw the security look. The security stepped out and he rushed to the dude like, hey, no pictures right now, brother. No pictures right now. I thought he was literally going to like put his hand, how quickly he moved to block this man. I really thought he was going to put his hands on him. I'm like, oh my God, please don't do that. Please. His security is strict. You know what I'm saying? Even when he did the speech, his security, let me tell you, some of you guys, if you guys were there, some of you guys know that I asked you guys to move back while RZA was speaking. And that's because his security, I was right there when he told his security, it was me, it was Tariq backstage, Alpha was backstage, Sage was backstage, Dr. Kaba, everybody was backstage. Okay. This is right after Kiki Wyatt. This is right after she performed. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to have RZA up. And they were like, okay, well, RZA needs security. And Tariq's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, you can have, because the security was on the steps. So he was like, oh, that's cool. Ain't nobody coming up those steps like that anyway. He was like, no, we don't just need security on the steps. We need a person in each of the front rows. And so you guys know, if you guys were there, the front rows were VIP. So I had to literally go up to the people in the front rows and be all like, hey, can you please take a getting up? And it was weird because I was like, oh, how do I word it? And be all like, hey, I just had to tell them straight up, like, guys, can you guys take a step back? Can you guys getting it just for a little bit? Was it before Kiki Wyatt? Did Kiki Wyatt end the show or did she not? I don't remember. I think, yeah, she did end the show. She ended the show. So it was before she performed. My bad. I said after. It was before. So, I told them, like, no, when Kiki Wyatt comes up, you guys get to sit back. But I was literally telling people, like, no, the FOI, they're demand, like, they literally said, we can't let RZA on the stage until we're in position. I'm telling you, his security was like the Secret Service. You said, you had to move back. Yeah. And you had good seats. I tried to make sure everybody still had good seats. You had really, really good seats. I mean, it was front row, perfect seats. I'm like, oh, don't want to ask because, when you get those good seats, you don't want to give them up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give them up. So especially if you paid VIP for seating, you don't want to give those seats up. But a lot of people, because they love RZA so much and they understood, you know, with all of the stuff he's going through, they were more than happy. I thought people were going to be kind of giving me some pushback, but people were excited. People felt excited. I was like, really? Because of RZA? Sure. And they just get up and laugh. I was like, oh my God, okay. Okay. So that was fun. That was exciting. But they don't play. They don't play no games. They don't play no games at all. It was so busy, man. We stayed from the beginning to the end. Then folks, you know, almost didn't want to leave. Everybody's pitching ideas. You know, anytime Tariq have an event, you got people running up to an idea like, Tariq, man, I got an idea for a spaceship, brother. I just need $500,000 in investment. Because I'm telling you, our reparations is not on Earth, it's on Mars. So it was a lot of that going on, you know. And then not only that, because let me not do that. Let me not do that. But we were working and we thought like, okay, we closed the event or whatever the case is. So that's why when everybody was downstairs for the main event and we closed all the stuff up, all of the vendors were packing up. So we were starting to, you know, get stuff cleaned up. But there was still so much stuff. We thought that some of the staff, because there were staff being paid, because you had to pay for the staff to be there. We thought the staff was going to help us like clean up, but no. Or not, no, but not really. We had to do pretty much all of the cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I guess no diss, but kind of. I was really blown. Because I'm all like, okay, we doing all of this in the backstage, make sure everybody's straight. Then we had to get the VIP stuff ready. And I mean, we doing all of this and all of that. And we had to stay later just to put up all the tables. Thankfully, we had some good brothers and sisters who were there and they volunteered their time. Shout out to every single last one of you all. You helped us out when we needed it. And I appreciate that. Because I was tired. So then, of course, no, that's not the right one. Hold on. So then after that, hold on. That one didn't pop up. That one didn't. Hold on. So after that, we went to, shout out to Alpha. Shout out to him. Yeah, for a paid venue. For the paid venue, they were sitting in the lunchroom most of the time. For the paid venue, and they had to get paid. You couldn't do it without paying them. And the staff was sitting there chilling for the most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So we had to do a lot of extra work, and the volunteers really pulled through. But I don't know. A lot of them was tripping. But let me show you the next clip. Damn. I forgot to have that. But the convention, I'm literally pulling up the image right now as we speak. The convention we went to, not the convention, the thing in Atlanta. When we went to Atlanta, because there was a reparations convention in Atlanta that we had to go to. So I'm pulling this up right now because I want you guys, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, you should be. I'm pulling this up right now so you guys can see it. And I don't like showing stuff on my phone, so bear with me for 1 second. I thought I had it up already, but I didn't. Let me see. Okay, there we go. So this right here. Come on. Where is it? Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Come on. Okay. Okay, this right here. Here it is. Whenever it comes up. Now my stuff is acting slow. Come on. All right. Right here. This is King Cam was there. Shout out to King Cam. We were there. I was there. Black Alpha was there. Me, Black Alpha, and JL, we were the ones really like essentially doing all of the straightening. We were really the only people on code. She bought her, or she didn't bring her friend. Some people she knew, Nadora was there, and Integrity, they were there. They was, they were standing on business. So we got to salute them for standing on business. We were there. Let me tell you, that was a whole Democratic, man. It was a whole bunch of, we need to vote for the Democrats because the Democrats have political will that the Republicans don't have. So we need to vote for them. But the only thing that we need to do is we need to tell them that we demand a study for reparations. We demand that study for reparations. So they need to come up. They need to come up over here. So that's what they did, right? Oh boy. Then we're in a room. We're talking to them about reparations. Everybody in the room is sitting up there hating. It's like everybody in the room was hating on us as far as the reparations piece was concerned. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. It really, really was. But we were there. We stood on business. We did some straightening. And we really did represent. We blew the cap off of that. And that's why they haven't really made another one public since then. I'm going to tell you, because of what we did, they haven't made another one public since that time. All right. Then after that, of course, in Atlanta again, we did the For the Culture thing. That's when, Sister ZZ popped up. I lost my phone. It was a mess. We couldn't get a car rental. We tried. We booked a bunch of stuff. We couldn't get it. We booked cars, and then the cars weren't available. So we had to take the Uber. I lost the thing in the Uber. I tried to call the Uber. They said they were in contact with the Uber person who I was just with. Then all of the record, I couldn't even find. I looked through my Uber account because I had to sign in with my other phone. That's why I had to use ZZ's phone to call my mother. Or whatever the case is, because and tell my mother to go tell my sister to get my, like, I had to call different stuff to get different accounts and different this and different that. I'm like, oh, y'all see that laptop, open that laptop, put this past. Listen, it was so much stuff. I did that to trace my phone. I traced my phone back to another hotel, a hotel I had never been to before. So I called the hotel. I'm like, please, hotel, please tell me my phone is in the lost and found. It was not in the lost and found. And I'm like, when my phone dies, I don't know what to do. And my phone wound up dying. Never got it back. Got a new one. I did get a new one. I came back. I used my old phone until I got a new one. So I ordered a new one. Boy, but was that a mess? That was a mess looking for the phone. That's what took us so long to get to the thing. That's why we were so late, because we were sitting up there calling. We were on hold for hours trying to talk to customer service, like, hey, what's going on? Yep. But don't worry, I got all my contacts back. Everything was good. Then, of course, we did the good event with our good brother, Dr. Winters. Shout out to everybody who came through. I appreciate every single last one of you guys. Shout out to Dr. Winters. We're definitely going to have another book signing again with him and other guests as well, too. I was so excited for that. I was so ready for that. I was so prepared. That was such a great thing. That was absolutely a great thing. All right. We also, to top it all off, we got to 10,000. We got to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. When I tell you I'm saying this with a sense of relief, brothers and sisters, it's a sense of relief. I'm telling you, ZZ said it months ago. Oh, you gonna get it? Don't trip. Everybody, listen. Everybody was telling me, oh, you got it. You gonna get it. They were very confident. I was confident too. I knew we were gonna get it. I was confident. But when I tell you, with all of the shadow banning we were going through so much shadow banning. I'm talking about videos getting blocked left and right. it was so much stuff, man. Shadow banning through the roof. It's even what we're going through right now is number suppression. And I've shown that on Twitter before, where after we go live, we'll have like 300 people in the room. After we go live, then it'll say 50 people were watching. So it suppresses the count, which makes the video look less attractive. So we were going through that. We were going through, people were searching my name up, finding stuff that had nothing at all to do with my content. It was a lot of that stuff going on. I'm like, oh my God, man, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, every single thing I was doing, I'm like, content. I just had to stay consistent. Sometimes I was posting content at like 12 o'clock. I was like, if this get half the views, maybe, and one subscriber, maybe. I was doing every single thing in my power to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys, come on. Let's get this up to 250. Let's get this up to 250. So everything in my power to do, and we did it. We did it, guys. And this isn't just for me. This is for all of us. This is an accomplishment and a victory for all of us. This shows all of us that despite what the establishment wants, we as a people can push against that. We as a people can strive against that. We as a people can stand there and say, we are the algorithm and we will change the algorithm. And that's what we did. All right. So that's a perfect way to start the year off. With all of the things that we've been through, with all of the adventures that we had, we knew it was going to be tough, but we did it though. We did it. So salute to all of you, every single last one of you guys, because I tremendously appreciate you guys so very much. Man. So y'all know, I was going to take a little break. You know, I was going to take a, because this stuff is exhausting. I was going to take a little break, but no. But no. I deserve it. I do, but nah. I'm cool. I don't need one. I'm ready. I'm energized. I didn't go live yesterday, so I'm ready. We still on schedule. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a lot of other stuff I got going on as far as different meetings and all that stuff. So if we do miss a day, I want you guys to understand that. Why I was so pressed for us not to miss a day before is because I wanted the algorithm to really kick up for the 10K. But now we've got that. I want to keep the momentum going on. I definitely want to keep the momentum going on. So a lot of people were thinking, what did you put the videos? A lot of people thought, because I kind of really did, that I put the videos there to help the videos complement the live streams. Because I knew, and I'm glad I did that. I knew for a fact, and it was hard. It was very difficult. But I knew for a fact doing the live stream was not going to be, just the 2 live streams a week was not going to be enough to reach 10K. I knew it. So that's why I'm like, I need the live streams and the short videos. And you guys saw the short videos brought in a lot of the newer subscribers, I mean. So I did that so we can get to our goal. Because I knew by like about like July, I'm like, yeah, we definitely gotta switch stuff up. If we want to really push it. So we did that. Okay. And I made it a conscious effort every day not to miss, even if it's like at 11 o'clock, it's still getting posted. Now, will I be as strict? No, not necessarily, because we don't have the goal set for it to be as strict. So if sometimes I get caught up, you guys probably will not be seeing content at midnight. You probably won't see a damn video being displayed at midnight, because I never wanted to do that. It was just a lot going on, and I knew I had to. But now I don't have to, so we're going to be a lot more organized here. We're going to have set times, and we're going to keep those times. If something comes up, then we're going to try again for, another day. All right. More shorts, absolutely, definitely more shorts. You know, instead, last year, what I was doing last year is I know I needed like a content burst of a lot of content. So I was like, it don't matter what time. I tried to be on time as best as I could, but like, it don't matter what time. Content. Just push content with so many different subjects so it can reach newer people. But now that we reached our goal when it comes to the subscriber limit, now we can really take a step back and focus on organizing, fixing up some of the tweaks of the channel. You know, I don't like sometimes the video is at 6 o'clock, sometimes is at 10 o'clock, sometimes is at 2 o'clock. I'm kind of cool on that. I don't like it being all over the place. Now, sometimes my algorithm does change. So sometimes I might be posting a video at 2 o'clock because the video and the subject matter might do better. It might perform better at 2 o'clock than it would if it was at 8 o'clock. So you might be seeing that happen. I'm letting you know that in advance. But as far as me rushing and because it was a lot of content that I put out and I would look back and I was like, oh, it was a mistake. People who know me know I beat myself up when I see a mistake. And I'm talking about the slightest little thing. Listen, because I have certain transitions, and even my videos are going to be different now. I'm going to format my videos differently. I have certain transitions. And with my transitions, if I miss a transition, if I try to use a slide transition and I use a fade transition on accident, you know, if I use a fade slide instead of a regular slide transition, I'm like, no. Listen, I don't know how many times. This is a very strong desk because there's been a lot of times I've beat this desk up when I'm watching something and I see an error in the transition, just the transitions alone or the title and everything. I rushed a lot, you know, and I would beat myself up. So now we're going to, because we're better prepared coming into this year. So now we're definitely going to, you know, make sure all of the content is organized, the quality of the content. The channel is in a really good standing right now. So we got to keep that momentum up. We definitely have to keep that momentum up. Yep, perfectionist in the chat room. Yeah, a little bit. Not gonna lie to you, a little bit. I'm not like a perfectionist that much, but kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah, I am. So it would be so bad, and nobody would even notice it. But to me, I would just feel so bad about it. But I don't have that. I don't have that anymore. We don't have to worry about that. Now we get to focus on better things. I'm going to be doing my videos a little bit differently now because I know YouTube is getting very strict with us with the copyright stuff. So there's going to be a lot of different little tweaks and stuff like that so we can avoid some of those things. So I've been just working on like having my format set up for future content all day. So that's what I've been doing all day. So we got a lot coming up. I'm getting equipment ordered. So when I get out there in the public, I'm going to have a stand. That was a thing that I needed to have earlier this year. Last year I learned. So I'm going to have a stand. I'm going to be having I have some of those little mini mics. I'm going to be having more of those mini mics and stuff like that. I'm going to get a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of upgrades, brothers and sisters. And I tremendously appreciate every single last one of you for joining that, for being a part of that. I really do. We've been on for a good minute. Now, you guys, if you haven't done so already, you should be following me on my various social media platforms, which is Afro Elite on Instagram. And we were live on Instagram. Shout out to the Instagram. And Afro Elite on Twitter. All right. Shout out to both of them. Before we go, I want to give a special shout out, speaking of shout outs, to our super sticker, Commando Spawn for the $2 super chat. He says the GOAT, that 2026 10K gonna be lit. Yeah, hey. I want you to, first off, thank you very much. I want us to understand before y'all leave. Do you understand that in 2023, when we started off in 2023, do you guys want to guess how many subscribers we came into 2023 with? I want you guys, I want to see who can guess it. Who's the closest to guess it in the chat room? I'm going to give you guys a chance to guess. I'm going to give you guys a chance to guess how many subscribers we had in the beginning of the of 2023. I want you guys to guess. So congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody? 3K. We had 3K. We had 3K. We had 3,000. A little over 3,000. We had a little over 3,000. To be very specific, we had 3,288 subscribers. A little over 3,000. And we ended the year with over 10,000. Okay. We didn't even get to 4K by the end of 2022. We started the year off with a little over 3,000. That's more, listen, mathematically speaking, that's more. We literally over tripled what we did. Our subscribers is triple what it was going into the year. Over triple what it was going into the year. That's how tremendous. So when people look at growth, I want you guys to think, because of our consistency, because of our work, because of what we've accomplished, because of our connection, shout out to all of them. All right. We tripled what we started with. That is phenomenal. Normally, YouTube channels do not do that. YouTube channel, do you know how difficult it is to triple what you triple what you have in the beginning of just subscribers alone, not necessarily going viral, because we didn't go viral or anything like that. We didn't pay for no shout outs or anything. We had some, but we didn't pay. It's not like we were like, please, here's some money. We weren't doing that. It was just grit and hard work that got us here. It is impressive. Thank you. That's phenomenal. So let's be very honest. If we triple what we got last year, what do you think we can get this year? Let's be very real. We tripled it. I want you guys to see how powerful we are when we work together. We are. So we tripled that. All right. So definitely I'm going to be doing the necessary improvements to make this channel, to fix all the flaws that I've noticed, because I've noticed a lot. You guys probably think I'm tripping when I say that, but I've noticed a lot. So I'm going to be doing what I have to do to fix all of those flaws. I appreciate it if you guys continue to keep that same energy, keep making sure if you guys show up, you guys leave a like, you guys leave a comment and all of that stuff. Don't let the drive and the motivation just die down. I know people want to take a breather, and that's fine. But, let's keep because it's an election year. So let's keep that energy going. Let's keep that momentum moving. All right. Thank you. We tripled it. We tripled to 10K. We tripled it to 10K. So you can only imagine. Plus, this is an election year. All right. Family, of course, make sure you guys hit that like button. That's very important. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that we do going forward. Don't miss out on nothing we do. All right. Hit all of that stuff. Leave a comment. Follow on social media. All of that stuff. All of that is below in the description below. All right. Also, another thing too, have to mention this. We have a sale for the merchandise coming up this Wednesday. We have a sale for the merchandise coming up this Wednesday, starting the year off right all week long. Okay, so from Wednesday all the way till next week is when the sale is going to be going on. So be looking forward to that. I'm trying to work on some new designs with the designers, trying to work on that, so be looking forward to that. Oh boy, brothers and sisters. Now, with that being said, B1 salute to every single last one of you all. And of course, you all have a good one.